This ABC 15 flash briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.
Hi, I'm Steve Irvin with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. A hotel employee has filed a $2.5 million legal claim against the city of Tempe, saying an officer violated his rights by holding him at gunpoint. 28-year-old Trey Kumpion spoke publicly for the first time today, joined by civil rights attorney Ben Crump. On August 29th, Tempe officer Ronald Kurzaya was at the Hawthorne Suites Hotel at Southern Avenue in the Loop 101. He was supposed to be looking for a white man with a gun. But when the officer saw Trey, a black man working at the hotel, he held him at gunpoint, saying he matched the description. The officer swore at Trey and made him remain with his hands up until the hotel manager confirmed his identity.
I'm glad I'm here, and I didn't think I would be. And I still have fear that that day is going to come that I'm going to get pulled over, or, you know, they're going to know where I'm at, and they're going to say I did something, and, you know, there's not going to be body cam, or there's not going to be witnesses, and that's going to happen to me.
Officer Kurzaya is on administrative assignment as an internal investigation is finalized. At the same time, a former Tempe police commander is coming out of retirement as the interim chief starting next month. Jeff Glover spent 2 decades with Tempe Police. The city manager asked him to return for 1 year as interim chief. Glover tells ABC 15 his biggest challenge will be social unrest, which he compares to a second civil rights movement.
It's important that we recognize that there's a lot of individuals and a lot of groups that are disenfranchised, and you have to acknowledge that. And it's something that is so important for us to be able to sit down at the table and have those conversations so that way they can have their voices heard.
Glover believes strong community engagement will be important to ensure policing is transparent and fair. At the same time, Glover said he must ensure police officers know that they are being supported. He replaces Sylvia Moyer, who resigned last week. Now to the latest on coronavirus. The number of new cases in Arizona now back on a downward trend. The state reporting 438 new positive tests today, bringing the total number of Arizonans diagnosed above 215,000. Twice last week, we saw cases spike above 1,000, but that was because the state was adding weeks-old results from antigen tests that only now meet national guidelines. Arizona's largest healthcare system coming out against ending mask mandates, saying it would reverse progress made so far in slowing the spread of COVID-19. In a statement, Banner Health says wearing a mask supports the efforts of healthcare workers on the front lines, working tirelessly to keep everyone healthy. The president and CEO says for their sake and everyone's sake, we must stay on the course on masking and distancing for the foreseeable future. Just yesterday, Honor Health opposed the end of mask mandates after Scottsdale Mayor Jim Lane said he would let the city's ordinance expire. A county-wide rule is still in effect, meaning people still have to wear masks in most public places. Promising news on the search for a vaccine. Johnson & Johnson becoming the first company in the U.S. to begin a large-scale human trial, testing a single-dose vaccine. All of the other vaccines being tested in the U.S. right now would require multiple shots over a short period of time. Before Congress today, Dr. Anthony Fauci saying we will likely have a vaccine by the end of the year.
As these trials go on, we predict that sometime by the end of this year, let's say November or December, we will know whether or not these are safe and effective.
Around the world, there are 40 vaccines now being tested in human trials. A new hospital in the North Valley officially opening its doors today. Honor Health's Sonoran Crossing Medical Center is near Dove Valley Road and I-17. The hospital features a 70-bed emergency room with a special focus on pregnancy and newborn care.